Is KATSEYE the new BLACKPINK? I know what you might be thinking. Why are you comparing them? But the only reason why I'm making this video is because under every KATSEYE performance video, there's comments about BLACKPINK. And under every BLACKPINK performance video, there's comments about KATSEYE. Ever since Gnarly released and KATSEYE has started to go insanely viral, the BLACKPINK comparisons have not stopped. So I want to dive deep. Does KATSEYE have the potential to become the biggest girl group in the world? Have they reached that point already? And will KATSEYE ever reach the global impact BLACKPINK has? So like I said, the comparisons about these two groups have not stopped. All over TikTok especially, the two fandoms keep comparing these two groups. Especially after many videos of BLACKPINK performing at their sold-out Deadline World Tour went viral, many people began to compare BLACKPINK's tour performances to KATSEYE performances at Mama, Lollapalooza, and at Korean music shows. And before Jump release, some icons even pointed out how KATSEYE surpassed BLACKPINK in monthly listeners. But we all know monthly listeners is a terrible way to gauge an artist's true popularity and impact. But you also cannot deny KATSEYE's insane growth in popularity and streams, and just how talented the girls are. And I could sit here and compare the two groups. Which group is more talented, who has the most streams, or who has the better songs. But instead, I'm going to give my genuine thoughts on these comparisons. I, for one, still don't fully understand the comparisons. Like, I do understand that KATSEYE is the hottest, most trendy girl group out right now, and BLACKPINK is still the #1 girl group in the world. But KATSEYE is barely a year-old group, and BLACKPINK's 10-year anniversary is just next year. These are two artists that are at very different stages in their careers. Like, just look at BLACKPINK. They've been a group for almost a decade, and it's very obvious they do not care about being a group as much as they did in the past. They care more about their solo careers, and I honestly can't blame them. I truly do believe that if BLACKPINK wanted to continue to push boundaries and break records as a group, they could and they would, but they don't. They truly do not care about being a group anymore. That's exactly why when Blinks were begging them to post about them being nominated for Group of the Year at the 2025 VMAs, not one member posted about it. And it wasn't even posted on the group's social media accounts. They just don't care anymore. And like I said before, I don't blame them. I have been a Blink for a long time, and witnessing these girls' growth have been insane. But they have been restricted for so long under YG. I am so happy that they can finally do what they want as artists for their solo careers, without YG holding them back. But even back when BLACKPINK were rookies, when they first debuted, they exploded in popularity, breaking and setting records. And to this day, no newer girl group has surpassed BLACKPINK's popularity globally, even back when they first debuted. The only newer girl groups that have even come close to touching BLACKPINK's global impact and success, in my opinion, is NewJeans and KATSEYE. Furthermore, I saw this one icon post, this TikTok, basically dragging BLACKPINK for their choreo and explaining how KATSEYE's is better. But like I said, these are very different times. In 2017, hard and complex choreo amongst girl groups was not common at all. So none of these comparisons make sense to me. I'm sorry. And even comparing 2025 BLACKPINK performances to KATSEYE is so funny to me. I acknowledge that sometimes BLACKPINK does lack energy in their tour performances. BLACKPINK should be at least trying to give as much energy at their tour concerts, especially since people paid money to see them. I'm not saying they're not allowed to take breaks or have a few missteps. After all, they're human just like me and you. But some clips I have seen are just inexcusable. And before you start, I do not just watch clips. As a Blink, I watch full performances, not just 2-second clips, so I can understand context and stuff like that. With that being said, there was a time where BLACKPINK truly was hungry to prove themselves. If you watch their performances back when they were rookies, they truly did give 110%. I even remember there was a video with like over 4 million views that was just clips of Lisa's stage presence. It got taken down for copyright, but you get what I mean. All in all, what I'm saying is, these comparisons just don't make sense to me at all. KATSEYE and BLACKPINK are two groups that not only debuted at very different times where standards and trends are different, but they're also at very different stages of their careers. A lot of fans that sit on their computers and try to compare these two groups are only doing it to drag the group they hate down. None of it is constructive. and instead these people are only causing discord amongst the fandoms, and I honestly will never understand. KATSEYE is KATSEYE, BLACKPINK is BLACKPINK. Both groups have their individual strengths and weaknesses that ultimately is the reason why they're successful. But let's explore the question, will KATSEYE ever reach BLACKPINK's level of global impact and success? Well, it's too early to tell. They obviously haven't reached it yet, but they're just rookies. Only time will tell if KATSEYE will have longevity and if they will reach that level of success. They have already seen good success with their songs, Touch, Gnarly, and Gabriela, but KATSEYE still hasn't found their signature sound yet, so only time will tell if they will find their signature sound and continue to reach new heights on the charts, not only with their singles, but with their albums as well. And to be honest, I have no doubt that KATSEYE will continue to be successful. Even if you ignore everything they've achieved so far, it's very obvious that these girls have the talent, charisma, stage presence, star quality to make it very far as artists. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to the music. Only time will tell if Hybe will give the girls good enough songs for them to be able to be stable high up on the charts. But KATSEYE has already proven that they can be impactful outside of music, so I'm not really worried about that. So to answer the question, will KATSEYE ever reach BLACKPINK's level of global impact and success? It comes down to the music that Hybe gives them. They are musical artists before anything, and that will be the key factor in KATSEYE's longevity. But I know my girls have what it takes, and I am rooting for them 100% anyways. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment your thoughts and let's get a discussion going, and I'll see you in the next one.